Hello students, welcome to biology class. So today we're going to start a new unit, human physiology. First, what is physiology? Physiology is nothing but how the human body functions, how the human body works. Human physiology is defined as the study of or the science which where the mechanical, physical and biochemical of all the living organisms and how do they perform the functions. So as we know, the life started from the molecule, it leads to the cell, to tissue, to organ and the organ system. So how all these were upgraded and how all these were functioning together. There will be a control and coordination between each organs and organ systems. What is the difference between anatomy and the physiology? Anatomy is nothing but the study of external and internal structures. Whereas physiology is the study where you're going to study about the function of the internal and the external structures. So in detail we're going to study about human physiology. In this chapter, first we're going to discuss about digestion and absorption. So the chapter name is digestion and absorption. So digestion is nothing but the process where the breaking down of complex into simpler molecules. So how does this happen? How they function? So what and all the system is doing this function is obviously the digestive system. So what and all the organs which is present to do the various performance. How the food get digested. So food is an essential for all living organisms. Yes. But how it's get digested, how the macromolecule and micromolecule gets converted into the different ways of the thing. Like the carbohydrate is a source of food. So carbohydrate, protein and fat are considered to be the major essential nutrient. And the minor nutrient will be the vitamins and minerals. And water is very, very essential. All these together, all these components of food together, how these gets digested with the various number of the digestive enzymes and how do they perform. So these are we going to study in detail in this session. Digestion and absorption. Okay, chapter number 16. Human physiology is the branch of biology that helps in the study of various life processes. Various life processes include digestion, respiration, blood circulation, excretion, locomotion, hand movement, neural control and coordinations. So these are the various processes where it taken place. So in this various process, the first we're going to discuss more about the digestion and how the food get absorbed. As we know, the food is an important source of the nutrient and helps in providing energy for the growth, development, maintenance and activities of the body in the organism. Nutrient are the chemical compound found in the food, while the process of obtaining food is called nutrition. The constituent of the food, that is the component of the food, okay, it depends upon the food or they are categorized into two types. One is the macro and other one is micro. So macro is nothing but the food you consume in a large amount of quantity, and micro is small, food the consumed with a small amount. So this will be the macro and micro. So for the macro, there will be the carbohydrate, protein and fat will be the components of food, and micro is vitamin and minerals. And here the water plays a major role in the metabolic process. So water is very, very essential to do this process, because it performs various metabolic functions to prevent and dehydration of the body. If you're not drinking water, what happens? So there is no water in your body. So automatically your body dehydrates. So you should not have dehydration in your body. So the water plays a very, very important role, because the metabolic process will be taken place only with the help of the water. Next, we're going to study about the digestion. What is digestion? What is the definition of digestion? Digestion is the process of converting the complex food material into the simpler one, food particle. That is, the compound that are easily soluble and can be absorbed. Okay, so that is called digestion. how this process will be taken place. So this digestion process will be taken by the two main process. One is mechanical process and other one is biochemical process. So what is mechanical process? Yes, see, when the food is on the plate, what you should do? You want to take the food and you want to put into your mouth. So the mechanical action first is required, and next is biochemical reaction. Once the food you put into your mouth, what happens? So there will be the amylase which is present in the salivary gland. So there will be a lot of enzymes will do the function to digest it. So from the mouth, the carbohydrate digestion starts from your mouth itself, because in the salivary gland there will be the enzyme called amylase will do that function. All these we're going to study in detail. So the thing is mechanical process. You want to take a food and you want to put into your mouth. After what happened? You want to crush the food, chew the food. So all that will be do mechanically. So what will be the mechanically we're doing? We are the food particles. When you put into the mouth, what happened? There will be like tearing, cutting, chewing, crossing, rolling, pressing, etc. All will be very essential for the next process to do the function called biochemical process, to involve the breakdown of the covalent bond of the inorganic molecule food and convert it into the simpler food molecules. Okay, with the help of the mechanical process as well as the biochemical process. So this should be like break down into the complex into the simpler one. So the mechanical and biochemical methods plays a major role in the process of digestion, and still the process will be get followed out because the absorption process have to be taken place. So here we're going to discuss briefly about these process. So these inorganic food molecule converted into the simple food molecule, and how it will be the process of hydrolysis will be taken place. All these points we're going to study in detail in the form of the digestive system. The human digestive system is very well developed, which have the alimentary canal and there will be the associated glands. So this digestive systems we're going to discuss in detail. First we're going to discuss about the alimentary canal. Alimentary canal, it is very long, muscular, coiled tube that is about 6 meter to 9 meter in length and runs from the mouth to the anus. So it will be like tube-like structure where it started from the mouth and ends with the anus, whereas the mouth which is present in the anterior region and anus will be present in the posterior region. So this will be the structure. Its inner wall are lined by the glandular epithelium, which is extended, and it is like very like composed of various organs where it started from the mouth and the anus. So between that there will be like the mouth, oral cavity or buccal cavity, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, and lastly the anus. So this will be the alimentary canal structure. So the important glands are associated with the alimentary canal by a series of duct. So these glands includes like salivary gland, gastric gland, liver, pancreas, gallbladder and intestinal gland. So all we going to study in this session, that is the alimentary canal. Okay. So next we're going to study about the histology of alimentary canal. So what is histology? The study about the tissue which is present in the alimentary canal. So this way the alimentary canal will be there. So when you observe under the microscope, the histology of alimentary canal will be visible like this. So there will be the four membrane bounded, there will be like serosa, muscularis, submucosa and mucosa lumen. So this we're going to discuss in detail now. So first we're going to study about the serosa. So serosa will be the outermost layer. So serosa is made up of a thin mesothelium which have the areolar connective tissue which is present in that. So next one is muscularitis. So muscularitis which comprises of the smooth muscles usually arranged into an outer longitudinal, and inner will be like circularly it will be made up. Okay. And next will be the submucosa. It is composed of loose connective tissue which richly supply the blood and lymphatic vessels in some areas. And next structure will be the mucosa. Mucosa will be the innermost layer which secretes the mucus. So this will be the four major layer of the alimentary canal. And inner side of the mucosa will be like muscularis mucosa, lamina propria, and epithelial cells. So all these are which will be when you observe under the microscope, you will be study about these. So this diagram shows the alimentary canal. Okay, so this will be the histology when you observe under the microscope. So this will be the structure. So when you see the first layer, that will be the outermost layer which comprises the areolar connective tissues, and the second layer will be the muscularis which comprises of smooth muscles, and third layer will be the submucosa which is connected with the loose connective tissues, and the fourth layer will be act as the inner layer. So inner layer will be the mucosa which produce the mucus. Okay, and inside that there will be the lumen. So lumen is nothing but the space filled tubular cavity. Okay, so that will be the lumen. So that's all about the structure of the histology of the alimentary canal. Students, in this video we started a session to study the human physiology. Under that, we started to study about the digestion and absorption. So in the digestion and absorption, how the food molecules, that is the complex food molecules, how it's get break down into the simpler one. To study about that, we initiated with the alimentary canal. So what is alimentary canal? It is a long tubular way which starts with the mouth and ends with the anus, and we more discuss about the histology of alimentary canal. Thank you.